How do you kill a superpower? Do you launch missiles? Send spies? No. You do it in a hotel conference room in Geneva. This is the story of how a single business decision about oil accidentally bankrupted the Soviet Union and ended the Cold War. The year is 1985. The Soviet Union looks terrifying. The evil empire, but behind the parades of tanks, its economy is a disaster. It's completely hopelessly addicted to one thing, oil. High oil prices in the 1970s kept the communist dream alive. Selling crude oil was their only source of hard Western currency. They used it to buy grain, fund the KGB, and compete in the arms race. As one expert said, the Soviet Union wasn't a country. It was a gas station run by the mafia. The Saudi gambit. Meanwhile, Saudi Arabia was angry. As the biggest OPEC producer, they had a job, cut their own production to keep prices high. But their OPEC partners were cheating, pumping more than their quotas. Saudi was losing money and market share. Their legendary oil minister, Sheikh Yamani, a brilliant Harvard-educated man, finally had enough. He went to his king. We have to teach them a lesson.
The palace is magnificent.
Open the taps. In late 1985, Yamani did the unthinkable. He didn't just stop cutting production. He flooded the market. He opened the taps. Saudi production doubled, then tripled overnight. It was a declaration of war. Price war. The Saudis could handle it. Their oil was the cheapest in the world to produce. Their cheating OPEC partners? They panicked. But there was one nation that hadn't been factored into Yamani's calculation. The Soviet Union. The collapse. The effect was instantaneous. The price of oil collapsed from $32 a barrel to $20 to $15, all the way down to $10. In America, people celebrated cheap gas. In London, the stock market boomed.
Can you believe this?
But in Moscow,
Right.
it was an
Almost drove
apocalypse.
past, thought it was a mistake.
The Soviet Union's income just vanished. In 1 year, they lost the equivalent of their entire military budget. Mikhail Gorbachev, the new reformer, suddenly had no money. The fatal miscalculation, Soviets' view. The fatal miscalculation wasn't Yamani's. His move was brilliant for Saudi Arabia. The fatal miscalculation was Russia's, building a superpower on a foundation of shifting sand. Gorbachev could no longer afford the arms race. He couldn't afford to prop up Eastern Europe. He couldn't afford to Afghanistan. He had to go to Ronald Reagan and beg. The oil price war forced the end of the Cold War. Yamani, in trying to punish Nigeria, had accidentally bankrupted a superpower. The lesson. History isn't always changed by soldiers. Sometimes it's changed by accountants and oil ministers. The Soviet Union learned the hardest lesson of all. Never bet your entire empire on a price you don't control. Yamani himself later said, "The Stone Age did not end for lack of stone, and the oil age will end long before the world runs out of oil." He was right. For the Soviet Union, their oil age ended in 1986.